The new mutant raid gods are on their way to Marvel Strike Force, and in this video, we're taking a look at the DEATHSEED team in action, tackling the Doom 3.4 raids. Also, there's a brand new Crucible team on the horizon, and we're revealing the first two members of the Masters of Evil team. We also have some late breaking news from the MSF website, a calendar from the future, and a lot more. So if you're ready for it, Valley Club, then you know what to do. Find that like button, and let's go smash it!
ValleyFlyin.
Hello, Valley Maniacs. Hope you're having a great day. I am ValleyFlyin. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. We're talking all about the DEATHSEED, a new Crucible team, the Masters of Evil. We're taking a look at some calendars from the future and everything else. And if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force content. At least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos per week on this channel. We're starting to move a lot of the content, our Snap content, over to the second channel. So if you want more Marvel Snap content, make sure you check out that video. But I do need to do a disclaimer before we get into all this stuff, because the footage, the information provided in this video was provided as part of the Scopely Envoy program, but all the opinions and thoughts are my own. But without further ado, let's go check out some of the recent news on the website. First thing, little change between the milestones and the web store page. Starting on Tuesday, 12/6, today, several rewards in the web free claim will be moved to the daily web milestone. These rewards can be claimed by simply spending 50 power cores for that day. Going forward, the free claim will reward points towards the meta event running at the time. So not a huge change. We still have to log into both of those websites, so not a huge change there, but it looks like you will have to spend 50 power cores per day in order to claim all that stuff. Next, Red Stars for Ultron were removed from the Red Star store because he's getting a rework, guys. On Tuesday, the option to purchase Red Stars for Ultron will be removed from the Elite store for several weeks. This is because there's an event which players can earn Red Stars for Ultron. So save your dark promo credits, guys. They're very, very precious. You need them for the Horsemen. And last but not least, Abominable Beast. We have a calendar from the future. So three orbs, from the Dark Beast event, and then some raid orbs as well. But without further ado, let's go check out Archangel in the game. Check out his kit, and we actually know his kit, but I did want to talk about the mini unique that he has. We'll see what his T4s are as well. The T4 for his passive Fallen Angel. 30% armor for self and all DEATHSEED allies. So that is a strong T4, highly recommended because that helps the entire team, and more crit chance for self and Dark's DEATHSEED allies. So strong passive T4. The T4 for his ultimate, the Angel of Death, more piercing. And you're gonna transfer all positive effects instead of 3 positive effects. So very strong T4 as well. He's a horseman. You're probably gonna wanna do all these. In the raids, his special, actually this is his basic. This is his special here. And at level 7, 80% damage to the primary and secondary targets, clearing 3 negative effects instead of, I believe it's 2 negative effects. Yeah, level 4 is 2 negative effects. So this is a very good T4 as well. And you might want to skip the basic. In raids, applying additional 2 bleeds to the primary target. Now, a lot of times I'm ranking these bleeds a lot lower than they should be. A lot of times they do a lot of damage, but I'm just not feeling this T4 right now. Maybe down the road, this will be good after some actual gameplay. But if we look at his stats here, he has some strong stats, some high health, one of the top 10 damage dealers in the game, maybe even top 5. So a lot of damage stats. His speed is 127. Very, very strong character. And if we move down to try to take a look at his mini unique here, it is that augmented chromium that zombie Iron Man also takes. So start saving that up. Let's go take a look at Nemesis, and then we'll go look at them in action, and then take a look at this new Masters of Evil team, guys. All right, so the T4s for Nemesis. His passive here, 15% damage for self and DEATHSEED allies, more damage for the entire team. That's a no-brainer passive right there. So T4, the passive for Nemesis. In his ultimate, the T4 is going to do more damage, 100% damage to all enemies. In raids, applying trauma for 2 turns to all enemies instead of 1 turn. So that's a very good one as well. It is a 5-turn cooldown, so Not the most important T4 that you could do, but a very important T4. Bioenergy Eruption is his special, and what that's going to deal, stealing an extra 5% health from each target and speed up for 2 turns. That 5% health gets redistributed to all Death Seed allies. This is the heal of the team. Nemesis is the healer. Archangel does have a little bit of healing in his passive, but the dev said that is just the icing on the cake. So you're going to want to do this one as well. And last but not least, 60% damage to the primary and secondary targets. Now, they did say that the safety, aka the assist counter chance, is also going to be stealing this 5% health from the primary target. Not from the primary adjacent, but from the primary targets is what they said. So this looks like a very good one as well. Getting more damage is great, but this is going to be a great move. This is a great striker candidate right here. All right, we're taking a look at his health. Very good. Damage is very good as well. That health is going to matter. His speed is only 107, so slow character, but not the slowest character. And if we take a look at his mini unique, it is that augmented carbonadium that you're going to need for Nemesis. So start saving that up, guys. Let's go take a look at them in the Doom 3.4 raids right now. And I gotta say, having this team, they look very, very good. And maybe it's just because they're the new team of the month, but I really like the look of this team. All right, let's go take a look at them in action as they load into battle. Right after this, we're gonna take a look at the Masters of Evil. Lots of effects on them in the beginning. Magneto starts it off with his big ultimate here. He's gonna draw all the enemies in together. He's gonna give them blinds as long as they pass that focus resistance check. They're all blinded. This is gonna help them with that survivability, help them sustain themselves in the raids. Archangel goes and attacks Red Guardian. He blocks it, but yes, lots of damage there. This should give a little bit of heals. I'm thinking that they should be those crits. Gets an assist from Dark Beast. Let's see what Dark Beast does. He's gonna do his ultimate, and he gets the ability block on Mr. Sinister. No clones this one. He's gonna drink his magic formula. Oh, he's changing it from blue to pink and throwing it all over Mr. Sinister. Yuck. All right. Next, we have Nerd do her move. And now it is Psylocke up, attacking Nerd. Oh, was that that may have been a counter chance there. All right, Nemesis is going in with his move and should be stealing some health. I don't think we lost any health yet on our Death Seed team, so doesn't really need it. All right, now we got Nemesis again going with his big ultimate. Let's see him. He's got those. Oh, I like the animation of this move. That is a nice looking animation. Should have stolen a bunch of health, but since nobody has lost any health at this point, we're not really getting any strong heals right now. All right, Psylocke's done. And it is time for her to get all the negative effects onto Psylocke. There it goes, not Psylocke, Strife. Strife is dead. Sinister almost dead. Doesn't really matter. Still has the ability block on him. We have more mutants on the field. Another Nerd, another Strife, a Madeline, and an Emma now. Who is gonna get the disrupted? Magneto places it on Moondragon. The disrupted ability blocks. These guys are in rough shape, and these Death Seed allies, they're just going to town on them. The big question is, not can they finish these nodes, not can they do all these mutant nodes, can they do this on auto? Can they do this on full sim, like the Bionic Avengers can do in the tech section? They look to be a very, very good team, though. There goes Sinister. 6 enemies remaining, 6 out of 11 enemies remaining. And there goes Dark Beast with his formula. Green formula now going. I guess the green is the heal and the red is for the enemies there. Magneto goes after Psylocke. She has the death proof on. Here comes more healing from our boy Nemesis. There he goes. Very slow moving character, but these animations, they look very nice. Tons of damage from Nemesis there. Dark Beast giving another assist. Looking like Emma is dead there. Just Strife, Mystique, Nerd, and Madeline all remaining. Not too much the enemies can do. This battle is pretty much taken care of, but we will let it run to its conclusion and get the satisfying victory screen here as we continue with this battle. Just Strife, just Nerd left. Archangel is doing his move. Little bit of a heal and a lot of crazy bonuses from Archangel every time an enemy dies. Ability energy going around, speed ups, defense ups. See all of those animations there. Nice passive from Archangel there. All right. Magneto using his special there, giving that disrupted on Strife, ability blocked on Strife, and almost dead. Final turn is, there she goes. We got a Philabelle though. That is the clone from Dark Beast. Now the devs did say that this kind of just to added flavor, that clone is supposed to die because as we know, if you remember the kid from Dark Beast special, this clone will start with taunt. All right, so that is the DEATHSEED team. I think we all knew how good they are gonna be. Let's go take a look at some of these new characters. And here we see the first character revealed from the Masters of Evil team, Titania, the clout-chasing Titania. And she is a villain global bio brawler, Masters of Evil war ready. She is a global character. The devs did say that that global tag fit a little more for the comics. It was brought up that City would probably fit a little more on her based on She-Hulk being a City character, and she is the main nemesis of She-Hulk. They did say that that does make sense. They want to check internally if they could do that. They would also have to check with Marvel if they can do that. Let's take a look at her passive here. Very strong passive in Crucible on spawn, applying defense up for 2 turns to self and all Masters of Evil's allies. So defense up, giving them that survivability right off the bat. On turn, gaining 1 counter up to a maximum 5 on crit, deflect up to a maximum 5. Whenever this character gains 1 or more positive effects, gain 10% speed bar, heal stuff for 10% of this character's max health. And when this character or a Masters of Evil protector is attacked, and we don't have any other Masters of Evil protector, but this is at this point an incomplete Crucible team. We're gonna find out about 2 of the members, Titania and the Ultron rework, but there's still 3 more members of this Masters of Evil, and this protector is kind of a little shout out to this. Is attack, you're gonna apply a slow to the attack for 1 turn, and if we look at her T4 for this passive on Crucible, the spawn is where on spawn you're gonna get 10% more speed bar. On Crucible, Masters of Evil on turn are gonna get a counter up to a maximum of 5 and deflects up to a maximum of 5. So very strong passive. I think this is a great T4 if you're investing in this team. Now the devs did say that Titania and this Rebirth team is not going to be required for Ultron. So at least when they did the call, that was accurate until then. But as we know, this is scopely, so everything that the devs say is always subject to change. All right, the ultimate, smashing selfie, 4-turn cooldown, attacking the primary target 400% damage, applying ability block, disrupted, heal block. In Crucible, you're going to apply a heal block and a disrupted and another heal block. Now, the difference with this and a lot of other Crucible things that say in Crucible applying these for 2 turns, the devs did say that this is gonna go through 6 focus resistance checks instead of 3. So 1 for the ability, or actually 2 for the ability blocks in Crucible, 2 for the disrupteds, and 2 for the heal blocks. So you might not see 2 of these because of the way that the focus resistance check, this was worded like this on purpose instead of just wording it to 2 turns instead of 1. And on crit, it's gonna gain extra focus. This is also unavoidable, cannot be blocked. So this is gonna help against those tangled web characters. Ability blocks on Spider Weaver is good. And more damage to the primary target, 100% more damage with the T4. Looks like a good T4, but unless you're really investing in this team, that might be a skippable T4. 4-turn cooldown for this special as well. And what the special is gonna do is attacking the primary target 400% damage on crit, clearing all negative effects from self. So that is gonna be strong. Lots of crits on this team. Crits are very important to this team. Copy and clear all positive effects on the primary target except for taunt, gaining a defense up. And in Crucible, if the primary target has safeguard, you're gonna get that safeguard. So that is strong. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head that also does that. And gaining 1 speed up and an offense up, so very strong. It is also unavoidable, this attack. And what the T4 is gonna do, 100% damage to the primary target. In Crucible, if the primary target has safeguard, that is when you're going to gain the safeguard with that T-Force. And the basic Clout Chaser, attacking the primary target 320% damage, clearing a negative effect from self. And in Crucible, when she crits, you're gonna gain an ability energy, so using those specials in Ultimate a little more frequently when you're critting with Titania as basic, and clear an additional 2 negative effects from self. So she could clear a lot of negative effects from self. Unfortunately, this is just on herself, though not the entire team, so I don't think this would make it worth a striker on her. As far as ISO 8 class, and what the T4 does, 60% damage to the primary target. In Crucible on crit, that is when you're gonna clear the additional 2 negative effects. So Looks like a very strong character. And as far as her unique, it is augmented ballistic weave. And if we go down and take a look at her stats towards the end, health 986, damage 53k. Her speed is 102. And she looks like a pretty good character there. All right, that is Titania. Let's go take a look at the reworks for Ultron. Not a huge rework. A lot of his rework was just to help him synergize with these Masters of Evil, but he's also going to gain this Masters of Evil trait. His health is going up by 30%, damage only goes up by 10%. But what the devs did say is that a lot of the other Masters of Evil should be helping him. They didn't want to make him a standalone character. They wanted to make him very strong on the Masters of Evil team. But he didn't get a lot of damage, a lot of extra stuff because they wanted him to work in this team and not just be that broken character like we had when he was initially released through Dark Dimension 2. So his damage only went up by 10%, armor went up by 20%, focus went up by 50%, and resistance goes up by 10%. So let's go take a look at his reworks here. And his passive here, if the health is full, the start of turn, revive once. So what is basically doing is extending a lot of this stuff to the Masters of Evil allies. On kill, prolong the positive effects on this character and the Masters of Evil allies. And in Crucible, you're getting more armor for self and all Masters of Evil allies. If you haven't already done the T4 for Ultron from way back in the day, this is gonna be great T4 for this team when you're building up this team. Purge system is his new ultimate, or his same ultimate. The new thing here is that enemies killed by this attack cannot be revived. That was not there before. And in Crucible, this attack is unavoidable, cannot be blocked. So screw those Chargers and Spiderweaver, both of these characters. Nice. All right, let's take a look at the special there. The big thing here is applying defense up to self and all Masters of Evil allies. The rest of this stuff is the same. A lot of these bots, what they did is extended a lot of the effects that they give to themselves and to Ultron, also extending a lot of that stuff to the Masters of Evil allies. And last but not least, taking a look at the Ultron basic, attacking the primary target 340% damage, excuse me. And the big change here is clearing taunt on the primary target and on self. He didn't used to do that to the primary target before. Now he is going to do that. So that is the DEATHSEED in action, and that is the first two characters of this Masters of Evil team. Now, what the devs did say on the Envoy call is this should be better than Wakanda, kind of on par with the Tangled Web, but slightly better because instead of being a 3-person team, this is now going to be a 5-person team, and with no room bonuses, and with the in the current season. On offense, Masters of Evil should be able to beat a defensive Unlimited X-Men team. Very, very tricky battle, but should be able to edge them out. And on offense, the Unlimited X-Men should be able to beat a defensive Masters of Evil team. Of course, this is in the current season, and this is with no room bonuses. And there's still a lot of missing pieces to this team. So let me know what you're most excited about. This DEATHSEED team, a solution to the raids, the Rebirth team, which we didn't talk about in this video, but is coming as a bio solution to the raids, or this Masters of Evil team to help with some of our Crucible offense and might make the Crucible defense a little more challenging, but this looks like a nice counter to the Tangled Web, which is giving some people a lot of problems there. That is it for this video. We should have another video on Marvel Snap on my second channel, so make sure you go check that out. And we had a fun Crucible match this morning, so we're gonna post those videos with some commentary as well. If you haven't already, check me out on social media. Check me out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff, and I will see you guys next time. Amazon coins, if you want to make some in-game purchases and save up to 20% off all those guys, they are a sponsor of this channel. Coins.valleyflyin.com will get you all the information, or you could use the link below. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.